guys, and welcome back. Well, this week has certainly been a Wendy Williams week. She has been trending this week. Well, actually, for the wrong things. You know, she sparks concern about her behavior, about her appearance, about her going out by herself. And now her former attorney is speaking out against the improper treatment that her ex-financial manager in Wells Fargo left her in. Now, her name is LaShawn Thomas, and she claims that her ex-financial manager left Wendy out there to die. Now, she says Lori Schiller, now that's Wendy's ex-financial manager, who no longer works for Williams, but is embroiled in a lawsuit against the bank, is attempting to muddy the waters by allegedly contributing to a false report that Williams' son misused her American Express card. Now, the attorney said the real issue is that Wells Fargo, through their advisor, refused to grant Wendy access to her own money. This includes the right to even check her balances. Yeah, she says no bank should have that authority to do that. No one attempted to gain access to any of Wendy's account. Now, the Wells Fargo advisor, who former manager Bernie Young, were the only people with access. Wendy was left out there to die. Wendy couldn't even get her own money. The only two people that could get the money was her ex-financial advisor, Lori Schiller, and her former manager, Bernie Young. Now, as you remember, LaShawn Thomas was also Kevin Hunter's attorney. But she explains that Wendy had no access to any of her funds. She was forced to use her American Express for all of her living expenses, including flights to and from New York, for doctor's appointment, groceries, etc. Now, since Wendy's health had took a toll on her, her 22-year-old son, Kevin Jr., has stepped in to help her both mentally and physically with the assistance of a team of doctors. Now, he coordinated all of her appointments, made sure she attended all appointments, cooked and cleaned for his mother. He absolutely loves his mother without question, and no one should place any blame or allegations of wrongdoing at his feet. Now, the defense of Kevin Jr. comes after a report claiming he had charged $100,000 to his mom's credit card without authorization and demanded Lori Schiller, her ex-financial advisor, to pay it. Now, the validity of the report is unclear, as it was pegged to an anonymous source, but the University of Miami student denied the claims in a statement telling the U.S. Sun, "I vehemently deny any allegations of unauthorized use of mother's American Express card. This is a false narrative perpetrated to justify freezing my mother's accounts." Now, her former lawyer, Thomas, however, says Schiller and Williams, former manager Young, were the only people to access her funds. Now, she said this is how it worked. Lori's responsibility was to pay all of Wendy's and Kevin Jr.'s bills. Now, Kevin has always reached out to Lori for the payment of bills. If anyone, Wendy or Kevin, needed money, they had to contact Lori so that she could initiate the payment. Now, Page 6 said they learned that Wendy's desire to buy Kevin Jr. a condo in Miami prompted what ultimately would lead to the guardianship she is now living under as a rule by a New York court. They didn't want Wendy to buy him the condo. Now, source says that Wendy enlisted Schuyler to work out the details of the real estate purchase because the advisor allegedly promised Wendy that she could help her avoid commission fees. Now, a month before Kevin Jr.'s lease was up, however, he got a call from his landlord that said he never received an offer to purchase, and the price had skyrocketed another $250,000. Now, Thomas also claims in her statements that Shyler, out of nowhere, informed Kevin Jr. she could no longer speak with him without Wendy's written authorization because of a verbal one was no longer sufficient. In response, Wendy asked to be taken to a local Wells Fargo branch to submit the written authorization and power of attorney. However, Thomas claims that the local branch manager refused to accept the power of attorney. Now, Williams and the branch manager called Lori Schiller, who was in charge at that time, would only agree to talk to Wendy without anyone present, including the attorney Thomas, who was her legal representative at the time. And Wendy would not talk with her without her attorney. Now, instead, Thomas says Shyler locked Wendy out of all her accounts and restricted all access to every single account. Wendy was even restricted from going to the bank and personally withdrawing funds. Now, isn't that something? She says Wendy, a woman who has worked hard for her wealth, was left penniless. Williams' rep said the former radio host had no response. Now, the real goal here is to help Wendy regain full and sole control of the assets that she had worked hard for the last 30 years of her life. We would appreciate it if you give her time to heal. Now, as you know, Shiloh didn't respond to any of page 6 requests for comments, but a spokesperson for Wells Fargo has denied any allegations of improper actions with respect to Miss Williams' accounts. Now, you know, I don't agree with that. That is wrong in so many levels, you know, and I really think that Wells Fargo went above their means. I mean, no one should be able to lock someone out of their millions of dollars. You know, I mean, no one. And, you know, I say the same with Kevin. I mean, he's only 22 and he's only child. And so I'm sure he felt like, okay, Mom, can I have your American Express? And, you know, and I'm sure she said, yeah, Kevin, you know, but I'm not with Kevin spending all that money. And you know, Kevin was supposed to be the power of attorney and all of this, and in the guardianship, which Wendy is over about the money. But who's watching out for Wendy's? Who's caring for Wendy? Because it's apparent that no one is caring for this woman. I mean, to let her slip out at night in New York City dressed like a prostitute, going by herself in a taxi. I mean, that doesn't get it. I mean, that's so dangerous on so many levels. Someone could have killed Wendy, raped Wendy, even kidnapped Wendy. I mean, you know, and in the state that she's in, she's disoriented, she doesn't remember, she's in stages of dementia. Come on. It looks like everybody's left Wendy out to dry, you know. Not only Wells Fargo, but, you know, I mean, to me, even her family. Because, I mean, I know Tommy comes on and he talks about how she has declined and how he's trying to help her and she refuses. But, I mean, Wendy's sister's a lawyer. And if Wendy's sister feels that people are taking advantage of her, like Tommy said, why hadn't she stepped in? Why, you know, wouldn't she have a legal claim to step in and do a guardianship or get her out of the hands of these people? I don't know, but something's not right. Something is not right. And you can't tell me someone in the state that Wendy Williams is in, someone needs to step up and put her in a safe haven, whatever that may be. This is not right. Well, I don't know what the suit is going to, but I think Wendy needs to hire a good lawyer. I mean, I'm not saying that Miss Thomas is not good, but when it came out that she was Kevin Hunter's lawyer, her ex-husband lawyer, I didn't think that was good, but I think she needs a good attorney like Britney Spears had to get her out of that conservatorship that she was in. I think a good lawyer could get her out of this Wells Fargo frozen account. I think it should have been unfrozen months ago. So I don't know why this is still lingering on. So I don't know who her attorney is now, but Wendy, someone needs to step up for Wendy, because it's clear that Wendy is unable to speak and represent herself. So someone should. Alright guys, what do y'all think? Just press that comment button and we will discuss. Alright? Okay, that's it for me. Thank you so very much for watching my video. I hope that you will like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And as always in party, be blessed, y'all.